Welcome to the Sean Show. My name is Sean. I was really loud. I hope I didn't bust your eardrums there. Today we're going to tackle the brand that no one really seems to talk about. I don't see a lot of people talking about it here on the internet, and that is Triple H's beloved NXT. That's right. We're going to talk about NXT. We're going to talk about what's wrong with it. We're going to talk about how we can fix it, because these Wednesday night wars, as they call it, is not really a war at all. It's more of like a massacre killing. Are you ready? Are you sure? Positive. Let's go. Welcome to the Sean Show. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Do what they tell you down there. They'll tell you what to do. I appreciate all the love and support. I appreciate the new people that are here with us. I appreciate the comments and everything. I'm just going to keep telling you guys thank you, because I really appreciate it. Now, we're going to talk about NXT. Now, I have a couple of problems with NXT. Let's start with number one. Now, normally when I do these videos, then I'm kind of like, oh, positive and stuff. I don't see. This is the thing. I don't want to be Mr. Negative, right? I always want to talk about the good and the bad. So when I talk about number one, some people will perceive this to be bad. Some people will perceive this to be good. It really just depends on where you are at the spectrum of the opinion of what I'm about to say. All right, so too much wrestling. There, I said it. Too much wrestling. Now, a lot of you will be like, well, it's a wrestling show. That's what makes NXT better than everything else. There's no frills, there's no this, there's no that. What are you talking about? That's the problem with the wrestling industry today. Everybody wants sports entertainment. It's not a real program like AEW, and I love to see AEW, and blah, 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 blah. Listen, I get it. Calm down. Calm down, all right? I get it. My problem is that if you have an entertainment program, because anything you watch on TV is for entertainment. If you are, I don't know, watching something and you're doing homework for a test, then yeah, maybe that's not for entertainment. If you're, getting a recipe, yeah, well, you're getting a recipe because you're cooking because you're going to be entertaining somebody. You see how the spectrum goes back and forth, and I can lead right back to entertainment. This is an entertainment show. NXT is an entertainment show. So since it's an entertainment show, what we need to do is entertain people. And we cannot develop people to bring them to the main roster if they don't do one fundamental thing, and that is talk. Now, full transparency, I got on the NXT bandwagon when they came to the USA Network. I used to watch it back in the day on the WWE Network. Call me lazy, because I didn't feel like logging in and watching it all the time. And at that time, the wrestling to me was not that great compared to how it is now. Now, they did have some athletes and they did have some premier matches, but a lot of the guys that you would see at the beginning of the show were trainees or were still trying to work on their gimmicks. Now they would do that when, the pandemic wasn't happening. They would do that during house shows and live events and kind of test it there, not test it on TV. And that makes for a better program. You send the people on TV or play the best hand in terms of the talent that you have, and put them on TV and entertain people that way. I get it. However, there's a problem. What is the problem, you ask? Well, I'm telling you what the problem is. I cannot get into a storyline when every single storyline is the same thing. And when I mean every single storyline is the same thing, there's always some type of tournament. There's always some type of, match where, we just wrestle 1,500 times and then we have a big blow-off match at the pay-per-view. There's always that type of formula in NXT. Now, there are some exceptions to the rule where there are people that are talking and there are gimmicks. For instance, I saw this, and if you guys know the show, I don't know these people's name, but I saw NXT, right? And they aired this amazing promo of this woman, like it was a Japanese written like promo video, and they showed this woman, and she was saying that she was you know, from a kingdom, and she's the queen. Visually, I said, that is fantastic. That is what they're going to have to do to get people interested in the storyline aspect of things. I've never seen them produce any type of vignette like this for any superstar ever, male or female. So doing that was very, very interesting, giving her a very interesting background and backstory. So when she does debut, it's going to be a big deal when she debuts. I'm going to be interested in watching her when she debuts. But we can't just have the same, oh, I'm the top of NXT, you're the bottom, we're going to fight. Next month, oh, I've been on fire here and I want the NXT title. And we can't keep doing that. We need to have some more mic time with these characters. I know it's just an hour show. I get it, or 2-hour show, I'm sorry. But we have to have some more character development. And I think that is one of the major reasons as to why AEW is defeating NXT in the ratings. AEW, though they have a lot more wrestlers, though they have a lot more name recognition, though they have a lot more shows, because I'm counting AEW Dark, I'm counting the Elite, I'm counting Cody's show, I'm counting all these different, shows they have on the internet. There's different ways to promote these wrestlers. They have all these different things, including a new AEW show coming on. The one thing that they try to do is they try to give everybody their shine, get them on the microphone and talk, and have storylines that may not necessarily be, a convoluted storyline, but you speak on the mic, you sell it. Sell these storylines, let the talent talk. That's number one. Number two, and I don't mean going to the bathroom. You can laugh, because I laughed when I just thought of it in my head. Yeah. Don't do it again? Okay, sure. Number two, the biggest problem outside of not letting these guys talk is the actual characters themselves. Now, you can tell in NXT who they're pushing. You can tell that. It's very, very obvious. They have some pretty decent ring attire. They have some pretty decent music. They're on a win streak. This is pretty obvious who they're pushing or who they think is going to be the future of the brand. I think that we need to take a little bit more time on the presentation of these characters. Now, don't get me wrong. I think the presentation, and I'm talking about ring gear, I'm talking about music, I'm talking about the Titantron thing in the back. I think they do that way better than 90% of the talent that is on NXT, on AEW. I think they do that way better. So don't get me wrong, and don't think that I'm marking AEW ahead of NXT when it comes to that, because that's not it at all. If you look at the quality of the talent on Raw and the quality of the talent on SmackDown, what they're wearing, what their music is, what their Titantrons are, they're not so generic. And I know that you're developing characters. I know that you're, establishing some things. But there are some guys that have been there for a while. That stuff still sucks. Their music still sucks. Their ring attire still sucks. And you gotta do something different. I don't think a 300-pound man with a toy lizard around his neck is going to really get over in the world. That's just me. We're not in the 90s anymore. We don't have guys coming out named Saturn with Moppy. We got to do something different. And we got to put more time into the presentation of the wrestlers. So, number one for review is we need to let them talk. Number two, we need to have a better presentation of these guys on TV. Number three, come right up. What is number three, you ask? It's very simple. Mingle. You got guys on the rosters of these, of these brands, I guess you can say, on Raw and SmackDown, like a guy like Aleister Black and a guy like Chad Gable, a guy like R-Truth, who would do wonders, I think, and actually wrestling real non-comedic matches in NXT and defending the title there against some talent. Listen, you got a lot of guys that are not, you don't have any plans.
Damn,